Hello, it's Randi Rhodes. Here's a clip from our show, and go to randyrhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream. Change has come to America.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show. Turn up your mind.
It's also clear from the FBI report that Hillary Clinton and her top aides knowingly destroyed evidence and covered up their actions. After her private server was revealed last March, her staff deleted all the emails and wiped it clean using a software designed to prevent any recovery. She bleached her emails. Nobody even heard about it before, and nobody does it because it's a very expensive process. Why would anybody that's getting rid of emails that had to do with the wedding and also, wasn't it, remember, right? Yoga and the wedding. Why are you, when you delete 33,000, I figure 5 for the wedding and 2 for the yoga, right? So that's 7. But why do you acid wash or bleach the emails? Nobody even heard of it before. Very expensive. Just ask yourself. Then they used hammers to destroy phones so they couldn't be turned over. And by the way, who uses 13 different iPhones in 4 years? Who? The only people who use that many phones are usually involved in very, very, and I mean very, shady activity. And now she's running for president.
Why don't you just call her a drug dealer? Why don't you just say it? That's what you're insinuating, that she uses cell phones like drug dealers do, disposable cell phones that they drop in the trash basket. Why don't you just come out and say, and what is this thing with acid washing the emails? What are we talking about, 70s jeans? Or are we talking about, email servers? Is he after Hillary, or is he going after Tiffany, the mall queen? I just... Acid wash? I mean, this man, he knows nothing about technology. It's like, Jessica trying to explain it to Grandma earlier today. Hi, Jess. Hi, baby girl. Jessica's here. She wants me to solicit baby daddies. Am I kidding? I'm not kidding. She wants me to solicit baby daddies. She says she's ready to have children. I'm not ready to be a grandmother. And she wants me to solicit potential sperm donors. Or husbands. Oh, is that what we call them now? Husbands. Oh, see, for me, there was sperm donors. Now we actually marry them? Yeah. So she wants anybody in the message board, anybody on the chat room, anybody on the Periscopes, anybody on the YouTubes to propose to her is basically what she wants. She's ready to be impregnated, and she's ready to carry and deliver, which would make me grandma.
Tell her to come over and say hello to the camera.
She won't do it.
No?
I'm not paying her. She only does it on Teen Mom because they pay her. She is the director of the... Hi. There she is. See that little face? Look at that. Look at that face. I asked Grandma today if she thought she was white. She said she did. And then I said, well, what about your granddaughter? Well, she's a little brown. Because I was talking to her about the white supremacists.
Yeah, I told you, I kept screaming... I'm a Puerto Rican Jew with all the Trump flags in Michigan.
Yeah, see, Jessica's working up in northern Michigan. And, oh, my God, the white supremacists are out there. They're armed. They've got their Trump flags next to their Confederate flags. And they're screaming and they're yelling about, Trump's their guy. They're, white supremacists. And he's orange. And the orange is the new white, apparently is what's going on there. So anyway, but Trump gave this fiery speech last night, and then this afternoon, I guess they took the meds down a level, took it down a notch. I guess he takes the Adderall at night because he's tweeting at 3 o'clock in the morning. And, tonight is the big commander-in-chief thing. Does anybody know what that format really will be? I'm guessing Matt Lauer interviews Donald Trump and then Matt Lauer interviews Hillary Clinton or vice versa in front of the same audience. This is what I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't watch the cable news anymore because it's imploding. It's imploding. Poor Greta. Oh, do you know what happened to Greta Van Susteren for real? Oh my God. Okay. So I know this story. I've lived this story. This is exactly the story. And go check your wiki page, Greta, because now they're gonna say all kinds of crap about what really happened, and they're never gonna tell the truth. It's gonna turn out that you were fired. Greta wasn't fired, but she had a key man clause in her contract. It's important that you know basic legal terms today, like eminent domain. We'll get there. And key man clauses. Key man clauses in a contract means that if there's somebody who you believe is utterly responsible for the success of the company you're joining, you can name that person as the key man in the company. And if that key man or woman should leave, then you get to revisit your retention policy, meaning you get to say that even though you're not free to go, you're now free to go and you have a window in which to decide whether you're going to stay or go. Well, apparently Greta was in the middle of a contract negotiation after Roger Ailes departed for sexual harassment, which he settled for $20 million with Gretchen. Woof. Settled with Gretchen Carlson for $20 million. But, you know, they paid Roger Ailes $40 million to go away, which means men still get paid more than women. Learn that, Jess. He's a sexual harasser. He got $40 million to leave. She only got $20 million to leave and was harassed. Women make half of what men make. Bad. Thank you, Phyllis Schlafly, who always had a job. But anyway, so Greta decided that she was going to revisit her contract because the key man, Roger Ailes, had left. The company did not like this. They were very upset about her demanding more money to stay now that Roger Ailes was gone, and the place has degenerated into total chaos. And she didn't know. She says she hadn't felt at home in quite some time, which tells me she's trying to ease back into the normal population of America. Hi, Greta. Welcome back. Welcome back. And so she was in the middle of a contract negotiation, and they sent her by courier, which is exactly what happened to me, by courier. That's how it happened for me, too. They sent a courier to her apartment in Manhattan. Her husband is a Democratic lawyer. And the letter said, don't come back to work tonight. You don't even get to say goodbye to your audience. Just don't even come back. All to end a contract negotiation. Way to go, honey. Did you learn nothing from covering me? Oh my God, I was a news story on Fox News for like what, a week? A week across all the shows, and she learned nothing. She learned nothing. I feel not bad. No, I don't. I'm trying to manufacture empathy because I have no idea why. I'm a woman. But no, I don't feel bad. But anyway, so the commander-in-chief thing is tonight. I have no earthly idea how that's going to go. I do know it's going to be hosted by Matt Lauer. And I do know that, yesterday Donald Trump made this announcement that he's got 88 generals. And we had a caller that went about his research exactly the wrong way. He wanted to know how many generals there actually were. Why? Don't you want to know who the generals are? Yes, and everybody did. But you see, when this happens and you're live, I can't do it for you. You got to wait a day. Got to wait a day. Although if you're listening on a podcast, you don't know what freaking day it is. Love that. So I could be current or I could be a day late. I'm too honest. I'm a day late. But I did research, and everybody has been researching who these 88 generals are. Oh my God, this is a rogues gallery. These are the Vietnam era guys who got it completely wrong. But these 88 generals, you remember General Boykin? Remember him from the Air Force Academy who said, he's in a great religious battle against ISIS? It was the Christians against the Islam. Oh, my God, this man, Boykin was supposed to find Osama bin Laden. That was his job. That was what he was tasked with doing. Never did. Never found him. Never found weapons of mass destruction. Never found nothing. Boykin, he supports Donald Trump. I mean, these 88 generals, yes, they've earned the right to endorse whoever they want. I take no issue with their actual endorsing. I take issue with who they are and what they stand for. So he has a commander who was reported, who is a birther. One of them wanted to see Donald Trump's birth certificate, which brought up the whole birther thing all over again. And then you had Ben Carson on the TV saying Donald should apologize for being a birther. He should. He should actually, would be nice if he apologized, is what Carson said. Donald Trump has no. Donald Trump will never apologize for anything. Donald Trump doesn't. You know what's really interesting? Some of these generals that endorsed Donald Trump, yes, they're Vietnam era generals. One of them was swift-boated John Kerry. One of them retold the story of how John Kerry got his Purple Heart and was part of the whole swift-boating thing. Now remember, John Kerry. This is another and how any of these generals could endorse Donald Trump, who said that John McCain was not a legitimate war hero because he was captured, and Donald Trump only likes the ones that aren't captured, insulting every POW, every MIA, every person who ever disappeared into the annals, the bowels of the hell of war. I have no idea. But so that's what makes you look at like who these guys are. So you've got Boykin, and you've got a guy who swift-boated John Kerry. Four of these guys were at the 35th Annual Tailhook Association Symposium in Las Vegas, where scores of Navy officers sexually assaulted 83 women. The tailhook scandal. One of them was the Navy's lawyer. That's who endorsed Donald Trump. So you got Ailes, who just paid $20 million and received $40 million to go away because he was sexually harassing the women at the Playboy Mansion, also known as Fox News. And then you've got Bannon, who was also arrested for spousal abuse. And now you've got the four people in charge of the Tailhook Symposium, where 83 women were sexually assaulted, endorsing Donald Trump. This is like one big I don't know, like pornish, perverted. You know, I mean, if I just can't even imagine, like, if Bill Clinton was anywhere near Tailhook, like what it would be. You know, like what they would. It's just so amazing. So you have those guys. You've got retired Air Force Major General Jeffrey Cliver, who was reprimanded for the 1996 plane crash of an Air Force aircraft that killed Commerce Secretary Ron Brown, endorsing Donald Trump. He was reprimanded because he failed to ensure that Air Force units in Europe complied with directives concerning the inspection of airports, according to the reports at the time in 1996. You got retired Lieutenant General Thomas McInerney, who was the number 3 commander of the Air Force and has been a commentator on Fox News, so reliable that he publicly sold the Iraq War on Fox.
For a commercial-free, on-demand, whenever, wherever listening experience, visit RandiRhodes.com for your personal premium podcast today.